All right, we have the last fight here. We have Don Madge versus Fars Ziam. Now, Dom Madge is from South Africa, um, and he had a fantastic uh, UFC debut. I forget the wrestler. He fought some wrestler who's like a plus 400 underdog, and he just demolished him. His hands were ferocious. His head movement was bobbing and missing punches as he was executing. The wrestler took him down. He threw up some submissions, and then in the second round, he immediately knocked him out. Like fantastic. He looked like a world beater. Now there is the dynamic that maybe I gotta get this guy's name. Maybe what's his name here? T. Edwards. Maybe T. Edwards was either having an off night or was sick from the weight cut. He looked big. Like wrestlers like to cut a lot of weight, and then they don't realize that it's hard at the end. Everyone does that. You forget about how hard stuff is when you think about doing it. Um, Whatever the reason, he had a fantastic UFC debut, and he looked sensational. Um, Now he's fighting a late villain named Ziam, Fars Ziam. Looks like he's French or something. I've watched a couple of his fights, and I am flirting with this idea that he's a striker. In the first round, he strikes, and then I have to go back to rewatch the fights before I really recommend this play. Um, but I think in the second round, it's almost like there's a trend where he tries to shoot for double legs, or he tries to use his grappling, and to me, it's a sign of fatigue. Um, Now, taking this fight on short notice, fight camps matter. There's a reason why people want fight camps, and they also suck or whatever, but they also matter a lot. Now, he's taking this fight on 2 days' notice or 2 weeks' notice. I, if he has, I gotta go back and rewatch. But to me, it seems like he has a fatigue issue where he wants to be a striker. It looks like that's what his natural skills are. And then in the second round, he reverts to wrestling or to grappling. And to me, that gives me a tell that he's tired. Now, if uh, if Don Madge is anything close to his UFC debut, I think there's a real opportunity for a prop bet of a second round knockout. And I'm not like I put $50 online when my wife and I went to Rochester to watch the fights. I won't reload. I'm not a big gambler, but I do like betting on these very specific like things because it's kind of entertaining. It makes me like feel like I'm right, like if I see something like this. So I really like these round finish bets, and I think that the second round, there's a real possibility that Don Madge has another second round knockout in this fight. Well, but again, I will have to look into it. And if you do check my blog, I do update it when the new prop bets come out, in case you think that I have a reasonable opinion that you want to supplement your own opinions with. So keep an eye out for that because I do plan on watching Farziem's fights over again, specifically looking for that cardio gap in the second round.